looking at you the whole time. This is pretty fancy. How do I clip it? My name's Max Gollin, and I'm an account manager here at the Roof and Gutter Guys. I was living in the Dominican Republic, specifically in Cabral, Barahona, which is kind of a town close to the Haitian border, and I was there for just over a year. I was there for Peace Corps. I was working on a tilapia farm, as well as I had a class, a high school entrepreneurship class, but the language barrier was very challenging. I was a community economic volunteer was my title though, and I did get sent home due to coronavirus, and that's how I ended up here. There are a lot of culture shocks, honestly. I'd say just the traffic and the modes of transportation, that took a lot of getting used to because it's shoving like 25 people into a van with no doors, and they're like these 1990 Toyotas that are powered by, I want to say it sounds crazy, but they like ran off propane somehow. Also just the neighborliness, which I grew to love, but people would just stop by at your house random times of the day, basically let themselves in. You're like sleeping, or as Americans we like having I never just walk over to my neighbor's house here. You get shot. The food culture is a lot of rice, a lot of beans, a lot of plantains. So there's a lot of room. By the end of it though, I grew to crave, they call it salami and tostones, but the salami is really just fried pieces of bologna. Like I said, kind of the neighborliness, but the sense of community I absolutely loved. I loved the family I ended up being with. And they really just looked out for you. They give you the shirt off their back even though they had nothing. And that was really cool and fun to be a part of. I still keep in contact with about the third family I had, because you have a family in training, a family when you first get to site, and then this family kind of took me in because my first family we had some issues with, so they took me in, and I still talk to them every single day. I mean, I have a lot. I was terrified of spiders, so when I requested to go to the site in the Dominican Republic with the least amount of spiders, and I ended up getting the most amount of spiders. So it was just a bunch of tarantula killing, which I'm no longer afraid of spiders, but I'd say my funniest story was my host dad. He was a beekeeper, so I'd help him beekeeping, and the first time we went out there, and they don't wear bee suits or really anything, and he's offering me gloves and like a potato sack type thing to put on my head, and he wasn't wearing it, his grandson wasn't wearing it, so I wanted to be one of the guys, and I just went in unprotected, and of course I got stung 3 times, like right at the very end, and ever since then I use protection because I don't need to be a hero. Don't want my legs crossed. I feel like I should